Okay, so tomorrow we're going to be working on a lab. We're going to be working outside, so make sure that you wear comfortable clothes and comfortable shoes. What we're going to be doing is we're actually going to be finding the work and the power that it takes for us to walk up a flight of stairs. And because our school is a 2-story school, we do this an awful lot during the day. So in between class periods, you're walking up and down the stairs, and we're going to calculate how much power it's going to take you to do that. Okay, so the first thing that we're going to be looking at is the procedure of our lab. Number one is we need to take our mass, and the reason why is because if we're going to be looking at power, which is power, which is work over time, and we need to do the work, which is the force times the distance over time, and our force is the mass, gravity, times the distance over time. This is the mass that we're going to be looking at. So we need to start finding our mass. We're going to take our mass using a bathroom scale. So I'm going to have a scale set up around the classroom, and we're going to be taking our own mass. And then we have to make sure that we convert it to kilograms, because if the mass is in pounds, we need to make sure that we convert it to kilograms. And then we're going to go outside and we're going to measure the vertical displacement of the stairs, because remember that the force, if we're walking up the stairs like this, our force is down here, which is m times g, and it has to be, the displacement has to be in the vertical position as well. So our vertical displacement is going to be from here to here. So that's what we're going to be measuring. So measuring the vertical displacement of the stairs. And then we're going to climb the stairs and then measure the time that it takes to get to the top. So we're going to be working in groups. So you're going to have one person down at the bottom taking the time, and you're going to walk up the stairs at a normal pace, and they're going to time you how many seconds it takes for you to get from here to here. And that's what you're going to be doing. Okay, and what you're going to be analyzing with that data. Okay, you're going to calculate the work done by each person in your group, and the way that we remember our work is our force times distance times cosine theta, and then our theta is going to be 0 degrees, and our force is going to be our mg, which you calculated, and then the height of what your vertical distance is, and so we can figure out the work. Then we're going to calculate the power by taking the same work, the mg d, over the time it took you to get up that stairs. So you're going to be working in groups, and you're going to be calculating each person in your group work that they did, and each person in your group the power that it took them to do that work. Then you're going to calculate, you're going to create a graph of work versus time. So this is what it's going to look like. Work is going to be on your y-axis, time is going to be on your x-axis, and you're going to plot a point for each person. So you'll have, if you have 3 people in your group, you're going to have 3 points. And then you're going to draw a best fit line. And remember, the best fit line goes through as many of the points as possible, and we don't want to necessarily go through the origin, because that would assume that it's 0 at 0, and that's not always the case. Then you're going to create a graph of the power versus the work. So we have power over here and work over here, and once again you're going to plot your points, and then you're going to do your best fit line and be able to work that way. And then the last one, you're going to have a graph of power versus time. So the power versus the time, and once again you're going to draw your best fit line and work that way. Okay, so what do you have to do? Come to class tomorrow prepared, and this is going to be your pre-lab. You're going to get some points for this, but you're going to create a table using a computer program. So just like the other the other lab, you're going to have to come in ready with the computer program of the information that you're going to be taking. And you're going to come in with a printed copy of it, and obviously your data isn't going to be in there because you haven't done the lab yet. But make sure that you look on page 275 in your textbook, and that's going to give you an example of how your chart will look. And so you can work from there. Make sure you bring it in, because you're going to get points for it, and we'll see you tomorrow, and get ready to walk some stairs.